Welcome back to Houston Life. When it comes to taking care of our health, men are not always the best patients, often avoiding going to the doctor and ignoring changes in their bodies. Well, for many men in their late 30s and older, hormonal imbalances like low testosterone can lead to always feeling tired, weight gain, and low sex drive. But now there's a solution to help men get back into the game. Jarrett, what's up?
Not much. How you
How's
guys
it going?
doing? Good.
So this is home.
This is home for us.
Inside Gameday Men's Health in downtown Houston, the vibe is more man cave than health clinic.
It's meant to make men feel very, very comfortable, very calm, very welcoming, give them the opportunity to speak what's going on in their life.
Jarrett Simon, who runs this location, showed me around and explained how the process works.
This is the first place the guys will come in. So they'll sit down here, they'll get their blood drawn.
If I were to come in and get my blood drawn, I would have my results in how
We get your results in 15 to 20 minutes.
That's fast.
Yeah.
After a quick, comprehensive blood test, patients meet with a nurse practitioner to make a treatment plan to help address issues like low testosterone, hair loss, difficulty sleeping, low sex drive, or other symptoms men commonly experience but often don't address. What has the response been from the guys who come through the door?
I'm also a patient, right? So I know exactly how they feel when they come in here. Most guys that come in here are usually pretty down, right? They're feeling like something's wrong and I need some answers. Once they get those results and once they start the treatments, the response has been tremendous. They see more life, they have less brain fog, they have more energy, they're more vibrant, they're showing up better for their families and at their job. It's been amazing.
Wow, so you're a patient as well?
I'm a patient as well.
Gameday Men's Health has 14 locations in Houston and 400 nationwide. Founder and CEO Evan Miller created the company in 2018.
I really started it because I was having my own issues, right? I looked in the mirror one day and thought, dude, I just don't feel right. I just felt like low energy, kind of depressed, always took care of myself, always grew up playing sports. And I just thought something's not right. Maybe I am depressed. It just so happened I had to go in to get a physical and do some labs at the time. And I remember telling my doctor, hey, while you're doing my panel, can you test my testosterone levels? And he's like, no, you're fine. You know, come back when you're 45 or 50. You're a normal, healthy guy. And I was like, please, can I test my testosterone? You know, almost begged the guy. Fine, we'll throw it in the panel. They throw the testosterone in the panel, it came back at 237. So that's like the testosterone of a very old man. I thought, whoa, that's when the light bulb went off for me, because it's like, I've always took care of myself. Nutrition, exercise, sleep, all the stuff, hydration. But here I was walking around with 237. And I thought, okay, there's something here.
After opening his first Gameday Men's Health location, Evan quickly realized there were a lot of guys who were having the same symptoms he was.
When I started the company, my goal was never to be the largest men's health longevity brand in North America at all.
Which you have become, by the way.
Which we have become, yeah. It was really just to open one office, help guys in North San Diego County, and then pay my bills as a result of this business that I thought could help guys. That was it. You know, if I could do that, it was a huge success. Quickly though, I realized there was just demand nationwide.
What did you notice that changed after you started this program?
I can say it like this: the light switch just gets turned back on in your life, where you wake up in the morning and you're like, huh, I just feel good. I'm more alert, like I'm more present. There's just the feeling of like, ooh, I kind of feel like I got a little pop in my step. Those are the initial kind of few things you notice over the first couple months when you start. But then by month 6, you're like, you know, sex drive is back up. Your mood is totally improved. You're stronger. You just feel like healthier, honestly. It's like a feeling of like, I feel really, really good in my body.
Along with helping men look and feel better, some patients credit Gameday with saving their lives.
1 in 8 guys are gonna have prostate cancer in their life. It's one of the most common cancers for men. The way it works is, normally, if you are a guy and it's time to get your prostate levels checked, that's gonna happen when you're 45 or 50, or even sometimes later in life. That's when it's supposed to be done. Because we're the largest provider of our services in the country, men's longevity, testosterone therapy, peptides, we do that lab test on the front end. Every single guy gets his labs tested for free, and that's really important. We believe it's every guy's right to know his levels. Part of that test is a prostate test, and you're getting it done when you're 25 instead of waiting till you're 50. So we're catching prostate cancer earlier than anyone else in the country. We're the largest screener of PSA in the entire country. We screen millions of men. If that guy waited till he was 50, he could have been living with prostate cancer for 25, 30 years. And by that time, it's often too late. So by catching it early, which we do all the time, it's super treatable.
Men aren't really known as being the best at going to the doctor, unless there's something that really needs attention, or unless maybe their spouse or a significant other is really pushing them to go to the doctor. That's one of the reasons that you created this type of environment, right? You wanted to break down that barrier.
Yeah, so we know guys are the least likely to go to the doctor, right? Most likely to end up in the ER. If you tell any guy, hey, you gotta go to the doctor Wednesday, his immediate reaction is, there goes my Wednesday. You know, it's gonna be 3 hours, I'm gonna be sitting there, and that's that. You know, at Gameday, you come in and we say, give us 45 minutes of your time. That's all we need. You're gonna come in, we're gonna do a quick blood test. Guys, doesn't hurt. It's a little tiny little needle. You won't even feel it. We're gonna run your levels in our office. So we're gonna test your testosterone levels and we're gonna test your prostate levels. Within 15 minutes, you're gonna know your results. And then after that, you're gonna meet with a licensed clinician and then you can potentially start treatment. This is all within 45 minutes.
Gameday says their experts customize each treatment plan based on specific needs and medical history.
When guys are feeling their best, they're better dads, they're better husbands, they're better in the community, they're better at work, they're better overall guys. So that's what this is about. We are a place for men to be involved in a movement, to really take charge of their life and to say, hey, like, I'm not okay to just mail it in anymore. I'm gonna take charge of my health. And in doing that, it's transforming their marriages. Their wives are like, oh my gosh, I got my dude back. How cool is that, right? Their kids are like, Dad, you know, you're back. You're not just exhausted sitting on the sofa when I get home. It's really transformative stuff. And I think that's why we've grown so fast. Our mission is to help every guy become a better husband, better dad, and better person.
If you'd like to learn more about Gameday's services or to book an appointment at one of their 14 Houston area locations, you can visit GamedayMen'sHealth.com/Houston. And by the way, this Saturday at the downtown location from 1 to 4, you can stop by for their open house with giveaways, samples, and all kinds of other offers. And in case you were wondering, ladies, yes, there will soon be options for you as well. Her Way Health and Hormones will offer all kinds of therapies for women, so keep an eye out for that to launch next year.